Hey everybody, I'm here today to tell you how to take care of your car properly. Now, taking care of a car, otherwise known as car maintenance, is absolutely important. Not only because you want your car to last longer, but it's important for resale value as well. So not only will these things allow your car to last longer, but when the time comes to sell your car, it'll also probably be worth more money. Let's get right to it. The first thing, clean the interior and exterior of your car every 2 weeks. Now, some people may think that this is a little bit excessive, but here's the idea behind it. If you're only cleaning the interior and exterior of your car every 6 months, then you're gonna have to spend like 3 to 4 hours cleaning it. But if you clean it every 2 weeks, it might only take you like 10 to 15, maybe 20 minutes. And it's not a big commitment. Every 2 weeks is a good enough period of time that the interior and exterior of your car will get slightly dirty, but there won't be a buildup of dirt and grime and all that stuff inside and outside of your car. So it'll be relatively quick to clean. Your car will always look clean. It'll always feel clean. It won't get dusty inside, so you don't have to worry about all the dust getting in the air of your car and blowing around your car. It's just a good maintenance schedule with regards to cleaning your car. The second thing is change the oil in your engine frequently. Now, this is a good rule of thumb. If you're using conventional oil, you should change it every 5,000 kilometers. If you're using synthetic oil, you should change it every 10,000 kilometers. Now, this is a good enough amount of time that nothing bad will likely happen to the oil. That is a standard oil change schedule. So with that being said, don't miss oil changes on your car. Some people think that, oh, I missed it. I'm already at 6,000 kilometers with conventional oil. Let's just wait till the next oil change. No, 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 no. That is not a good idea, okay? You need to change the oil on time and at a consistent schedule. Once again, for conventional oil, every 5,000 kilometers. For synthetic oil, every 10,000 kilometers. The oil is the key ingredient for your engine to run properly. Without oil, or with bad oil, or with very little oil, lots of bad things will begin to happen to your engine, and oil is just an absolutely crucial part of allowing your engine to run properly. Put it this way, if you miss an oil change, then you might end up paying a lot more money for a repair. So paying for an oil change, not only is the price relatively low, but it's so much lower than any repair that you will encounter when you are missing an oil change or changing your oil not frequently enough. The third thing is check your tire pressure every 2 weeks. Now, checking your tire pressure is relatively simple. You don't have to actually take a tire pressure gauge and check the official pressure. Just eyeball it. Look at your tires. If they look low, then use a tire pressure gauge and figure out the exact number, figure out if it's within the range for your tires. And the range for your tire pressure should actually be marked on the side of your tires, on the walls of your tires. So check that out. But if they look low, check the number. If they don't look low, most likely you're okay. If you have tire pressure that's too low or too high, then what can happen is your tires will wear much faster, and it's going to cost you a lot of money for new tires at a shorter interval. So you're going to have to replace your tires much faster than usual because they're going to be bald. The tread will be too low. So all of these things are going to save you money, going to make your car parts last longer, and going to maintain the retail value, the resale value, I should say, sorry, not retail, resale value of your car. The next thing on the list, change your brake pads every 50,000 kilometers. Now, this will depend on how you drive. If you drive really hard, then you're gonna have to change them much earlier. But if you take it easy when you're driving, you can have them last longer. But a general rule of thumb, if you change them every 50,000 kilometers, you should be good to go. Whether you do it yourself or bring it to a mechanic, it's completely up to you. But make sure if you're doing it yourself, you're doing a good job, you're doing the right things that you're supposed to do. Okay, the next thing is rotate your tires every single season, okay? Now, obviously, some people, depending on where you live, will change from summer tires to winter tires and so forth, but my rule of thumb is rotate them every season. When you have your summer tires on, you're gonna likely have 3 seasons, so you're gonna rotate them 3 times. When you have your winter tires on, just make sure you rotate them year to year if you're looking at winter tires. Just, yeah, rotate them year to year. That's the best thing that you can do. The next maintenance tip, maintenance piece of advice, how to care for your car, is change your air filter every year. Now, some places where you go to change your oil, they will change your air filter every single time that you do an oil change. And that's perfectly fine. It's better to change your air filter more frequently than less frequently. But at the bare minimum, you want to change it every year. It is responsible for allowing the air to go into your engine, and the air going into your engine is a crucial part of your engine running, nonetheless running properly, so you make sure that it's clean. You want a nice clean air filter to allow the air to smoothly go into your engine. That is one of the key things that you can do. So every year, change your air filter. It's a simple enough task that you can probably do it yourself. You won't even have to bring it to a mechanic, so you really have no excuse to not do this. The next thing on the list, keep all of the maintenance receipts that you acquire when you have your car. Now, not only is this great for resale value, because it's going to allow the next buyer of your car, when you're ready to sell it, to allow them to see that you have done everything properly, and they're going to, all of the questions of, oh, did they actually do this maintenance, did they not, those questions will be answered. And every car buyer wants to know that a car has been maintained properly, because that's sort of like their security for buying the car. So not only is this good for resale, but it's also good because you're going to know what you did. So if you're thinking, when did I change my oil? How many kilometers was the engine at? You check your receipt. It'll likely show on there. When did I change my air filter? If you paid a mechanic to do it, check your receipt. Now here's another piece of advice. If you do your maintenance yourself, if you're changing your brake pads yourself, for instance, make a little note and put it in your glove compartment with the other receipts that you're keeping, or in your logbook with the other receipts that you're keeping, because that will allow yourself to know when you did the maintenance, and it'll also allow the buyer to know, you know, you change your air filter every year through a mechanic. Why is there no receipt for this one? You can say, well, look, I made a note to myself that I changed it myself that year. So it's just a good indicator. And last but not least, this is probably the most overlooked piece of car care advice, car maintenance advice. Park in the shade as much as possible. Now, when you park in the sun, it's not that damage will be done immediately, but over the years of parking your car in the sun, letting it sit in the sun, you will get heat damage to your car, both on the paint, on the interior, on the headlights. There's a lot of things that can happen when you just park your car in the sun, because, you know, the sun is hot and it will heat up your car significantly. So park in the shade as much as possible. You know, you don't have to park in the shade every time, but as much as you possibly can. And if you can't park in the shade, I would advise using one of those sunshades, putting it on your windshield. Whichever windshield the sun is facing, put it on that windshield, the rear or the front, and you will likely protect your car from as much heat damage as possible. Sure, if you put the shade on your car, you put the sunshade on the windshield, the sun will still bake onto the paint, onto the exterior, but at least you're saving the interior. So it's just more of a as much as possible game rather than every single time. Don't worry about parking in the shade every single time, but as much as you possibly can. Now, those are some pieces of advice for caring for your car. Like I said, not only will they allow the car to last much longer, to maintain the resale value, and to allow the car's components to last longer, but they'll also give you peace of mind in that a lot of these things are preventative, so you won't have to worry about things breaking down as frequently. You know, if you change your brakes on time, you don't have to worry about your brakes losing their effectiveness. If you change your oil on time, you don't have to worry about your engine seizing up or anything like that. It's just, these are key maintenance things. And owning a car, part of owning a car, a good part of owning a car, is about caring for it and maintaining it properly. And if you do these things, these are the majority of the car maintenance things that you have to think about. There are a few other ones that are specific to cars and that you should keep your eye on, but these are the majority of the car care things that you should be doing. That's basically it. I really hope that you have enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more car videos like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.